Title: Kaddy and the Snake's Promise. In a vibrant village surrounded by lush forests and rolling hills, there lived a woman named Kaddy. She was known for her kindness, but her life was burdened by hardship. Her daughter, Ada, was gravely ill, and Kaddy was desperate to find a cure. One day, as Kaddy walked through the forest, she stumbled upon a wise, ancient snake coiled beneath a large tree. The snake spoke to her in a voice as smooth as silk. "Kaddy, I know of your troubles. I can help cure Ada, but you must make a promise to me." Kaddy, heartbroken and desperate, agreed to whatever the snake asked. The snake's eyes glowed with a strange light as it made its request: "I will grant Ada health, but in return, you must give me a part of your own life's essence." Without fully understanding the gravity of the promise, Kaddy agreed. The snake then performed a mystical ritual, and Ada's health was restored almost instantly. Grateful and relieved, Kaddy took her daughter home. As days passed, Kaddy began to forget her promise to the snake. She lived her life as if nothing had happened, enjoying her daughter's newfound health and never thinking of the snake's request again. Years went by, and Kaddy's life returned to normal. But one evening, the snake appeared before her again. "Kaddy, you have forgotten your promise. I am here to collect what you owe me." Kaddy was shocked and frightened. "Please, forgive me. I have been so focused on my daughter's well-being that I forgot our agreement. Is there any way to make amends?" The snake's eyes were cold and unyielding. "A promise is sacred. You must come with me to the heart of the forest where we made our agreement." Reluctantly, Kaddy followed the snake deep into the forest. At the heart of the forest, the snake revealed a hidden cave. Inside the cave, there was a magical pool. The snake instructed Kaddy to step into the pool as a final part of their agreement. Trembling, Kaddy stepped into the water, which felt strangely warm. The snake watched her intently. The moment Kaddy was fully immersed, she began to feel a strange sensation, as if her life was slipping away. Desperate and scared, Kaddy begged, "Please, I will do anything to make things right. Just spare my life." The snake's expression softened. "You have learned the value of promises and the importance of honoring your word. I will spare you, but you must live with the knowledge of what happens when promises are broken." With that, the snake vanished, leaving Kaddy alone in the cave. She emerged from the cave, deeply changed by the experience. She returned to her village with a newfound respect for promises and a deeper understanding of the consequences of her actions. From then on, Kaddy lived her life with integrity, always remembering the lessons she had learned. She shared her story with others, teaching them the importance of keeping their promises and respecting the agreements they make. And so, the tale of Kaddy and the snake became a legend in the village, reminding everyone that promises, once made, should never be broken. Years passed, and Kaddy's life slowly returned to normal. The village prospered, and Ada grew into a strong, wise woman. Despite the serenity of her life, Kaddy always carried the weight of her experience with the snake. One day, a new family moved into the village. They were poor and struggling, and Kaddy took them in, offering them food and shelter. The family had a daughter named Neka, who was very sick, much like Ada had once been. Kaddy, recalling her own desperation, wanted to help Neka. She decided to share her story with the new family, hoping to prevent them from making the same mistakes she had. One evening, Kaddy gathered the villagers and told them the tale of her encounter with the snake. She described how her promise was broken and the fear and consequences she faced. The villagers listened in rapt attention, understanding the gravity of her story. Among the listeners was an elderly healer named Ifeoma. After Kaddy finished, Ifeoma spoke. "Your story is a powerful lesson, Kaddy. We must honor our promises and be mindful of the agreements we make. But we also must seek wisdom and guidance when facing such desperate situations. Inspired by Ifeoma's words, the village came together to help Neka in other ways. They provided herbs and care, and Ifeoma used her knowledge to treat the girl. Slowly, Neka's health improved, and the community rallied around the family, showing them compassion and support. Kaddy felt a deep sense of relief and fulfillment, seeing how her story had brought the community together and prevented another broken promise. She realized that while her past mistakes were a burden, they had led to something positive. As time went on, Kaddy continued to be a pillar of her community, sharing her wisdom and guiding others with the lessons she had learned. She never forgot the snake's lesson, and she made sure to pass on the importance of keeping one's word to future generations. In the end, Kaddy's tale became more than just a story of regret. It became a testament to the strength of community, the value of integrity, and the power of second chances. The village thrived, bound together by the principles of honesty and mutual support, and Kaddy found peace knowing that her experience had brought about a lasting change. And so, Kaddy's story was told for generations, a reminder that promises are sacred, and that through learning from our mistakes, we can create a better future for ourselves and those around us. As the years went by, Kaddy grew older and watched as her daughter, Ada, and the rest of the village thrived. The tale of her encounter with the snake had become a legend, woven into the fabric of village life as a story of wisdom and integrity. One day, an old and weary Kaddy sat on a hill overlooking the village she had helped shape. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the fields and homes. Ada, now a grown woman, joined her mother, bringing a basket of fruits and herbs. "Mother," Ada said gently, "you've done so much for this village. You've taught us the importance of promises and honesty. I'm proud of the legacy you've created." Kaddy smiled, her eyes reflecting both pride and the weight of her past. "I am proud of the village too, Ada. It has been a long journey, but it has been worth it. I hope that the lessons we've learned will guide future generations." As Kaddy spoke, a familiar presence seemed to emerge from the shadows of the forest. The snake, now old and wise, appeared before Kaddy and Ada. Its eyes, though still glowing, carried a gentler light. "Kaddy," the snake said, "you have fulfilled your promise by living a life of integrity and helping others. Your story has touched many lives and taught valuable lessons." Kaddy's heart raced, but she felt no fear. Instead, there was a sense of closure and peace. "Thank you," she said softly. "I have learned that keeping one's word is more than just a promise, it is a reflection of one's character." The snake nodded. "You have honored your agreement in the truer sense. Now, you may rest knowing that your legacy will live on through the people you've touched." With that, the snake faded into the twilight, leaving Kaddy and Ada alone on the hill. As night fell, Ada held her mother close, comforting her. In the years that followed, Kaddy lived out her days surrounded by family and friends. She often shared her story with the young ones, ensuring that the lesson of the snake's promise was never forgotten. When Kaddy's time finally came, she passed away peacefully, her heart content with the knowledge that her story had made a difference. The village mourned her loss but celebrated her life and the legacy she had left behind. To honor Kaddy's memory, the village erected a small monument on the hill where she had often sat. It was inscribed with her story and a simple message: promises are sacred, and integrity is the path to true fulfillment. The tale of Kaddy and the snake lived on, reminding everyone that the strength of character and the value of keeping one's promises were lessons to be cherished and upheld. And so, the story was passed down through generations, a beacon of wisdom in the heart of the village. And thus, Kaddy's legacy continued, a timeless reminder of the power of promises and the enduring spirit of those who live by them.